victims and victims rather than just bodies getting slashed up. And obviously, I think Wes portrayed it kind of wants to do with that part of wonderful nightmare. But even before, how much was that really involved in the scripts, and do any other Final Girls or anyone else ever reach out to you on Did she ever reach out to you? For that screen?
Does anybody else want to answer? No, Neb never did call me, darn it. But once, I kind of feel like once, 1984 came around and, Nightmare on Elm Street came out, I do feel like a lot of Hollywood's ideas about how you write a woman's part in a film changed. Like if they went back to a 70s or a more slashery kind of movie, I think they had to make that decision consciously. Like, are we going to be more like these kinds of girls in these movies? Or are we going to be more like these kinds of girls? Are we just going to kill them? Or are we going to actually give them some, agency in their world? And I think that's a choice. I think even today there's both out there, and it's just a choice of the writer. He wants to make that kind, or he wants to make that kind, and they're both entertaining as hell, and they both satisfy parts of us. But yeah, Wes definitely wrote Nancy to fulfill a thing he wanted to say, and he did it really well. But Nancy wasn't the first. My gosh, there's so many other great examples of characters who, fight back and kick ass.
If you had to relive a day on set of the original Nightmare, what would it be and why?
Wow, what question. Okay. I've always hated the kiss that I gave to Johnny Depp when we're in Tina's backyard, because I think we did a really lousy job of it, because Wes was so embarrassed to have us kiss at all that he didn't do, maybe we did one take, and that's not normal in a movie. You usually get at least 3 takes, right? So, or like awkwardly up against the tree, and like he leans in to kiss me, and I didn't know he was gonna go right, and I went left, and like we're knocking noses. It's like, can we do another take? And Wes is like, next shot. Oh my God, that's so funny. And so when I see it on screen every time, I'm like, oh, we could just have done another take. It's not about the kissing part, it's just that I feel it was so awkward looking. And I just felt like Glenn and Nancy, they would have had a much more like natural looking kiss. And I just don't feel like it is.
Well, maybe it was like innocent in a way, if you were knocking
Is
those.
it innocent?
Well, yeah, maybe you guys felt a little bit like.
I just felt it looked clunky.
Yeah, it's awkward.
It looked clunky to me. But Wes is such a modest person. I can't even believe he put a kiss in the thing, frankly. But
The sexy.
yeah, she can speak more about Wes's modesty. Yeah, it was endearing, and
I think the kiss is sweet. It looks like
okay,
first
thanks.
kiss, don't kiss,
I don't know. I have that feeling.
Yeah.
But what
And
about
you
your
both are
love
so
scene? You feel the
beautiful.
same way?
Oh my gosh. Wes was
You ever
dying.
kiss?
Wes made it uncomfortable.
Wes made it uncomfortable.
It was
yeah.
already uncomfortable.
It's like you need to clear the set, and you too, Wes.
I know. I wanted to be like everybody. Wes, you need to go too.
Maybe you
Get
were
outta
just
here.
embarrassed. Maybe you guys were just embarrassed in front of Wes.
Yeah,
Like
I
that?
was embarrassed.
We were all
yeah, it was so embarrassing. It was so
I was
awkward.
embarrassed for Wes. He was embarrassed for
Yeah.
himself. Johnny was embarrassed for me.
Yeah.
And like everyone was just embarrassed.
It was just, we were so
And that's
young and it
not
was awkward
great.
and weird, and I just remember I'm like, oh my God. I was like, he's gonna be in underwear? What? Like, I was freaking out. Wes wouldn't look at me the entire time. He'd be like, okay, I want you to, I'm like, are you talking to me? I don't know what's happening. I wanna go home.
Oh my God, if you had gone home, that scene would have been totally different. I'm glad you stayed.
Thank you.
It's my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Mine too.
Yeah, it's really the best scene.
Oh my God, if you weren't in there, that incredible scene
So
would be
incredible.
on, and
Yeah, she took one for the team on that.
Yeah.
you.
Do you guys have a hard time watching yourselves on movies? Like we've had, during Q&As, we've had actors that say they won't ever watch themselves on screen.
Yeah.
It's common.
Yeah.
Because you do often say, what if I had just done it that way, or just had one more rehearsal, or just looked better in my dumb pink outfit. Like,
Oh my God. My best performances are always in the car on the way home. When I redo it in my head, I'm like, that's it, now I get it. Okay.
You want to do everything.
I always think it's too late. Why watch it? It's over. It's done. Yeah, too late.
That is a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's always like to me, why I touch my hair there? Why do I keep touching?
why did I touch my hair?
Why do I keep doing that? Like these habits that we.
But no, the truth is that when you do watch it and feel that way, then the next time you do have a chance to work, I've written those notes like, don't touch your hair.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't look down when you're stepping out of the shot. Like a lot of the things that you do as a young actor.
Yeah.
Where's
my heart?
Oftentimes you'll see people, like look down weirdly, which makes no sense, and they're like just looking for their mark, or they're making sure they're not tripping over a cord or something.
Or the grip lying on the ground.
Yeah, mine right there.
Lying down on the ground.
And so there's a lot of distractions that you learn. Like, okay, I've got to get better at that. I've got to get better at that. It's a learning It's a learning curve.
All right. Who else has a question? We'll go right here.
Me?
Yep.
This question's for everybody. What's your guys' favorite sequel besides the original?
What's our favorite?
So the question is, what's your favorite sequel?
Mine is New Nightmare. I just think you and Robert are like so gorgeous in that, and just so good, and everything was so subtle and deep and moody. It had this great aesthetic, and I loved that movie. I just it's so well done, and it could be a standalone experience, I just think, and you guys both look so beautiful. I just love it.
I agree. I really like the seventh. I mean, I liked working with Nico Hughes a lot. Having a son in a movie was like such a great experience for me, and playing a mother, I love that. And also just being a part of a film that was kind of the first to explore this new way of making a movie and breaking the fourth wall, and it was pretty groundbreaking at the time. So I feel really lucky to be in that movie.
I would say 4. I mean, the idea of the kids rebelling and standing up, and it's like the way young people are, standing up for justice, no matter what. The heroicism of it. And you get into the characters, you find out more about them. They're not just victims, but you find out, their likes, their dislikes, this, their that. So 4 is definitely my favorite.
I like the New Nightmare too. I remember watching it and going, Heather is playing Heather. And Robert, I don't know how I feel. It took like a minute to grasp it, and then I fucking loved it. I just thought it was so different and so innovative and cool. And then I know Heather, so I did get lost that Heather was playing a caricature of a bit
Crazy,
of Heather.
weird.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I hope people don't think that that's Heather. She is still playing a caricature of herself. But I just thought it was different and cool.
Well, I have 2 things. I love New Nightmare because when John Saxon out of nowhere goes, Heather, I just went, what is that mistake? What is that? But I'd have to say that my favorite one, not because I'm in it, but is 4 as well, because I think it was a completely different style than any of the other ones. I think it was innovative, and I think Rennie Harlan, was really free with the actors, and the way he shot it, it made Freddie funny. It made him, people think I'm crazy, but it made him sexy and swaggery, and just, I don't know, I love that. And of course I liked my song in the title, so. I'm just kidding.
It's such a good song.
Okay. Who has a question? We'll go in the back there.
For everybody, what's your favorite Freddie one-liner?
Oh, get one-liner. Well, I know mine, I think.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
how about, how's this for a wet dream?
You can check in, but you can't check out.
I can't think of one. I've gone blank. You do.
No, I mean, yeah, welcome to prime time, bitches.
That's such a good one.
I mean, all the ones in Nightmare 3 are classics.
Yeah. The one like this.
And he said he did them all.
There's really no one-liners, except like,
Yeah.
this is God.
Oh yeah, this is God.
I think
oh,
that
I have
might be,
one.
that
This
might
is
be
God.
my favorite one. Or, I mean, in the seventh one where he says, miss me, like, I really like that.
Ooh, that's
one.
good.
That was like, I literally jumped out of my seat and screamed when I saw that one. Yeah.
I mean, is Welcome to Primetime, bitch? That's like the most iconic.
I
don't you
think
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and he said all those things. They weren't even scripted.
Yeah, he made
So those things like, you know, that he says were just so
He ran
perfect.
through a lot of different, I mean, if we could see the outtakes, especially with Taryn, I remember when she's getting killed, what a rush. There was other ones
Yeah.
that he said at the same, he just, you know, he's brilliant. So he just
Yeah,
ran
yeah.
them through. Same with Will, have a seat, you
Yeah.
know, like all of those things. Like, that was just Robert, a lot of it. That's why no one else can play
Exactly.
Freddy Krueger.
That's right.
Okay, question. I got you already, so I want to get people that haven't asked. Right here.
This is for everybody. What's your favorite kill scene throughout the franchise?
Favorite kill scene?
Oh, that's
I mean, I've already given, as Amanda's is just to me the most terrifying, because I still like scary, horrible kills. I'm not the biggest fan of the funny ones. I mean, they're ironic and like, they make you laugh kind of, but the ones that I actually appreciate are how difficult Amanda's scene was and also just how terrifying it is. And even of all the films, I feel like watching that scene, I always have to turn it off before she falls off the ceiling and the blood splashes onto Rod as he's like in his underwear in the corner. I have to just like, okay, I'm not gonna watch it. That one to me was super real.
I would say the same thing. Amanda, definitely.
Yeah.
That, I mean, that spinning and, I mean, I would probably like fall off and pass out. But the way that you explained too, the way that you did it, you know, having to like, even you said, okay, I don't know, like, where's the ceiling, or where's the bottom,
Where's the floor? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the worst one for me too.
Yeah, Amanda you're my favorite kill.
Yeah.
She is my favorite kill because I saw that as a fan, because I'm a huge horror fan as well, and I went, very vivid memory, going to the theater with my bestie, and we watched that whole movie kind of on our backs. And you are forever ingrained in my brain of being an intense death.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's
Yeah.
the first
Love it.
two, and so that makes a big difference. But
Yeah, and the body bag wasn't too frightening. It was going down the school wall.
So nasty.
You know what's funny about the body bag scene now? And is it 5K now they're at, or is it still 4K? 4K.
Yeah.
I don't
Soon to be
know.
8.
I'm like 8K.
Right.
You can see if you slow down in that scene where they put the fishing line.
Oh, you can see the
Yeah,
fishing line?
you can see, you can't see the fishing line, but you see the 3 points.
Oh,
But you don't really
oh.
see it on film, but what in the high def, you can see, because I think they had it tied to a
Yeah,
2x4
they
and a
did.
couple of groups were.
Of
they just-
handling it
They
at
just
the
like
time.
pulled me down the hallway, but holding up this thing, and you didn't see it in film, but with it all blown up, you can see the little points where they did like the heavy
Yeah,
tension.
it's like the
albacore.
fishing line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came up and they were like, "How much do you weigh?" And they were like, they equated it to like an albacore, and then they just went and got fishing line that was enough.
So they
to,
were like
drag me.
30-pound test. They probably weighed 90 pounds. They had
They were like,
strings.
"This'll work. This'll do. 2x4, we got it."
Every effect was like that. I tried to explain that to someone today. It was $17.75. It cost.
Yes.
That body bag was like $2.99.
Yeah.
They did do your fake face though to have that.
They
That
did
was
the fake face.
expensive. But
No, the body bag was free. They got it from like a coroner's office. It was just some bag laying around.
I hope no one else had been in
I
it.
hope not. That was definitely like.
At least it was a clear one.
Yeah, it was clear.
No, but on the ceiling scene where Freddie leans in over me over the bed, they had no idea what they were going to do the day before the shot, and then the guy's like, "I heard about this new fabric. It's called spandex. Let's go buy some." And so they bought maybe 4 4 or 5 yards of spandex and stretched it, and then had Freddie like lean into it while the guys were like holding him by the belt. You know, it was such a effect that anybody could do, and I'm pretty sure that one cost about $25.
It looks so good too. All those practical effects.
They
were
look
just-
great.
Yeah.
But because the guys who did him like knew how to make it look good.
Yeah.
You know, that's the difficult part.
Like on the
Even if
spot,
you-
like
On the
ingenuity.
spot,
yeah.
to make it so you don't see the wire. Like,
Yes.
you don't, like, that's the hard part.
See, I think
I
that's
was
one of the
sorry.
problems with the super high definition films. Like, it's showing you more than what the directors intended.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
it's like the Universal Frankenstein monster movies. Now you see the appliance around the bolt where you didn't see that before, and now you see that the matte painting behind in the background, you can tell it's a painting, where when you saw it in the movies in 1931, you couldn't tell that.
And same with our makeup too.
Yeah.
You can see anyone who was wearing any makeup at all right now, and it just, in the past, like,
takes
we
away
could
the
wear
mystery.
makeup and we looked great, and now,
Well, I think too, having everything in the same plane, it just takes away that drama of
Mhm.
film that's layered and textured,
Yeah.
and there's no depth of field in the high def, and so everything is prominent, everything is pointed, so you don't have anything special to look at because you're looking at the appliance
Right.
or whatever instead of the focus or the intention of the storytelling.
Yeah.
It's I really like film, and I miss the pressure of filming with film because it was very expensive to film on film. So you had to show up and know what you were doing.
be so on
So
top of
of it
everything,
because
yeah.
they were like, if you took more than 3 or 4 takes, literally people from the studio would
come
and they would just stare at you until you finished, and you were like, am I being fired? I thought I was being fired so many times. But the film is just, you had this pressure, and now with digital, it's just like, do it again, do it again, do it again, reset, reset, reset.
Right.
Like, you just couldn't do that on film. It was, you had to be more like theater trained almost. So I miss that
And it
excitement
just
on
looks
set.
better on film.
Yeah.
You know, there's a warmth to it that
It
that
feels
digital
like,
doesn't
it
have.
feels like it's more in the past,
Yeah.
you know, so, and it has a different emotion to it. And ladies' faces look so
So
better.
nice.
I mean, you look at some
Yeah, we don't
movie
look good
stars,
No.
it's beautiful.
Remember, like the DP, they'd stand next to the cameraman and the camera operator, and they'd just stare at you, and you just feel so loved. And they'd be like, you know what? We're gonna bring in an eye twinkle light, and we're gonna bring in like the romance
hair light,
Yeah,
yeah.
they bring all this stuff in, and they just look at you, and you're like, I've never been so loved in my life. It was amazing. I know, and now like on digital, it's like some young guy with the camera. He's like, yeah, that was fine. I was like, where's my twinkle light? Where's my
hair light?
Where's
Yeah.
my shush?
Where's my chin light? Yeah.
You know, also it tends to make things for me, where people like it, where they're like, oh God, it's like you're there, you're in it with it. I feel like I'm watching the news, or like, you know, a soap opera. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but
Specific.
but you know, it just doesn't have that feeling. It doesn't have that feeling. It's like, you know,
Yep, I can't watch anything in 4K.
I can't either.
I'm like, you gotta change, I don't know, where's the theater movie button? Because I'm like, I'm not watching this. It's terrible.